What's up, my mobile detailing people? It's Wayne back again with another detailing video. I'm here with my boy Alex with Stockton Car Wash, and we just here to bring some information to you guys about you beginner detailers, people that want to get started, people that are just sitting on the couch that need to get up and get active, man. Hey, this that motivation that we bring it to y'all to get up. We all can do it, man. If I can do it, you can do it, man.
All right, Alex, first question, man.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for somebody? Wayne just said it. Someone sitting on the couch. Someone who's sitting on the couch. They want to start detailing business. They hate their day job. What advice do you have for them?
First and foremost, man, start. Literally start. With what you have, go through your garage, whether it's Armor products, whatever product you have, get yourself a bucket, a mitt, and start knocking on doors, man. Start doing free car washes. When I first started, I did over 200 free car washes. Free. I mean, I didn't charge anything, right? And that's how I started. So number one, start. Number two, reinvest in yourself, right? You have to. The money you take, don't go blow it, don't go spend it. Reinvest into your business, and you will see the outcome of that. So that's two. Number three, start developing your social media content, right? Create Instagram account, Facebook account, TikTok, every social media platform, and start posting 3, 4, 5 times a day until you start gathering or growing. And then that'll solidify your business platform, your business foundation.
For sure.
What are you thinking?
And I would say that people hop on YouTube and they see how good another person is doing and they get to comparing. So be careful with that. Like, everybody has a different journey, a different start, a different upbringing. And I see it as people that are coming to Christ. You know, I gotta put God in everything, man. You know what I mean? So people coming to Christ, they feel like they gotta change themselves first before they can come. But it's a come as you are. You know what I mean? So wherever you're at in life, start with that. Like my man said, with the buckets, the basic wash, you know, start with the family car. Get out there and just get going and just get started. Yep. Don't look at my journey and be like, man, I need this big van and all this money. I need this, and that. You'll never get started. So get out there, get going, start that Google My Business account. You know what I mean? Get them reviews from the family. So that's just the start. That's what I would suggest right there. Just that start.
So back to you. What equipment? Well, I know we talked about a bucket and a sponge, the bare minimum. But let's say you start getting customers, you start making money. What's the first piece of equipment you advise people to get started with?
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go Alex.
Yeah, so I mean, I think from my personal experience, a power washer, right? A power washer being, because you can't wash without a power washer. You can use a hose, but again, you're gonna get the filthy cars. You gotta have some pressure behind it. So whether it's a $20 or $30 electric power washer from OfferUp, like I started with, and I still have it actually, and I'm never gonna get rid of it. Start with your power washer, invest 50, 100 bucks, whatever you have, start with the power washer.
For sure, and just the basic stuff, you know what I mean? You're gonna need your chemicals, so all the little basic stuff, the towels, the buckets, all the little stuff, it doesn't cost too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You don't need the water tank, you don't need not even a generator, you just need a power source.
Exactly.
So you can use everything you got at the people's houses, you know what I mean? Stay away from the complexes, of course.
Yeah.
So just question people where they're at, and you know, they'll work with you. Just do your job, you'll grow. Don't let that stop you from pressing forward just because you don't have certain things. When you get done with the job, they're gonna look at how amazing of a job you did, and all the stuff you have, it just disappears. They're not worried about it.
I wanted to say something, touch up on what Wayne said earlier, is it's super important to not compare yourself, right? Is people see detailers like Wayne, myself, and a bunch of other successful detailers. They see the setups, they see the deionized water, the water tanks, the fancy pressure washers, the generators, but they don't realize that we started with none of this, right? We start with the bare minimum, with the power washer, a beat up vacuum. So that's how everyone should start. Don't compare yourself. If you don't compare yourself, you stay in your own lane, you're gonna get real far.
Exactly.
Now, they have the so now somebody got started with the bare minimum. They're doing friends and family, but they want to start making money now. What's the price point they should start with?
That's another deep thing.
It's super tough, man. I mean, I get this in the DMs almost every day, man. It's a hard question to answer because you have to know what you're worth, right? It really depends on how long it's gonna take. I don't know, man. Personally, I started with 20 bucks. That was my starting point. I wouldn't suggest that for other people because we're in a different time. Things are more expensive. For sure. You know what I'm saying? So that's super low.
That's what your tactic, though. That
worked for me. That may not work for you. And so, I would suggest test waters, man. Test it out. Let's see how much people are willing to pay, and then go from there.
20 bucks inside and out.
That was inside. That was a vacuum though. It was vacuum, wipe down, and wash. That was it. I mean, but that price point lasted like 2 weeks. Then I realized, okay, this is way harder than I thought. I'm gonna increase the pricing. Yeah.
What did you increase it to?
I think it was like 50 and 60. So I doubled it. I doubled it every time. And then I started realizing people are paying. So then I started adjusting the different options, right? So now it was $80 for a standard car, but I was doing the bare minimum. It was vacuum and wipe down, that was it, right? And then you slowly start to add more services. You start to buy your extractor. Now you can offer more services, and that's where your price points increase.
For sure.
What'd you start with?
I wanted to elaborate on something. So when people see, like, people feel like their worth is the equipment they have.
Exactly.
Like they got the van, they got this, but it's really on the detailer. So if you already got some like detail game and you already been detailing, I feel like that person should be able to come in and charge with their worth. They know how to do everything.
Yep.
So just because this guy has all this fancy stuff, why should he be able to charge it just because he has fancy stuff? It's about the work, not the equipment. So don't think that you can't charge what we're charging just because you don't have the equipment.
Yep.
So,
but with that being said, with that being said though, it's super important to know how to sell it too, right? You have to be able to convey that to the customer. Isn't gonna think that. They're gonna judge you based off of the way you show up, inevitably. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. So you have to be able to sell that to the customer and be like, you know what? I offer these services, and then guarantee it. You know, if you don't like it, then it's free.
For sure.
You know?
All right, guys. Hey, what price did you start with, Wayne? Do you remember?
I started with 45, like 45, 65, and 85, like around that range. Yeah. And just.
All right, guys. So last question.
Yeah.
Someone starting out, they're making some money, getting some customers, they get a mistake. Something horrible happens, they scratch the paint by accident, or, you know, they maybe, I don't know, has anything ever happened to you when you first started? Like a horrible mistake that you're like, I gotta give them for free, or I gotta put in more work to make it up, type of stuff.
You wanna go for it?
Nah, go ahead, I gotta think.
So I don't think I've ever had that experience. I've been fortunate enough, but there was one time where, you know, there was a dent on a vehicle. I didn't take a before or an after, so I didn't know whether that was me or not, right? So that was a huge problem. I owned up to it, whether it was me or not. I said, okay, I'll take care of it. We paid for the dent removal. You know, not only was the wash free, I had to, you know, come up on some money to pay for the dent. But at the end of the day, the customer kept calling me back. The way I looked at it is like, I'm gonna make that money back. That's the way I looked at it, and moved on. Don't dwell on it. Always own up to your mistakes. So if you know you did something, speak up, because trust me, if they speak up first, it's not gonna be a good story.
For sure.
It's all about your reputation.
Oh,
right?
100%, man. I mean, you have to take pride in your work and own up to it. Yeah, it happens. I mean, life happens.
For sure. But just pretty much the same thing he went through, being blamed for something you know you didn't do, and just it's kind of the customer's almost always right, you know, even though they're not right in certain situations. Exactly. So it's just about humbling yourself. And what I could offer you a free wash, I can come and take care of that. So just being nice. So if you're a person that's a hothead, your business is gonna fail. Yep. You know what I mean? A customer call you screaming and yelling and you're already ready to just pop off, it's not gonna work for you. The customer's always right. It's the truth.
100%.
All right, you guys, if you guys wanna tap into my boy Stockton Car Wash, hey, give him the info, man.
Yep, you can follow us, find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, subscribe, follow both of us, man. We're super excited to share all the knowledge we have.
All right, you guys, let me know what you guys plan on doing with your business in 2022, where you're at, where you are looking to be. You know, speak life into your business, speak life into yourself. There's power, life and death in the power of the tongue. So speak it, own it, you guys. Put it in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, you guys. You know the drill, let's go.